Hey, good morning, YouTube. This morning, I'm going to go through some Solana staking and kind of give you what the maximum return you can get from your Solana and how to go about doing that in the safest way. One of the things I'll explain to you about return is return has to include risk, or at least the difference in risk between one way of doing something and another way of doing something. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit, but I'm going to get right into this. And with Solana, you can stake directly from your Ledger Nano, which means that you can keep all of your keys controlled by you, that you have to put in a code anytime that you are pushing out Solana or receiving, and that gives you the maximum control with the minimum risk over the situation. And so all risk, if you're in crypto, of how to store your crypto tokens should be gauged from probably a ledger device as the safest, and then everything else as something different. And so we're going to assume that. And then the second thing you have to understand is, and I don't know if we can see this on my screen, is you can take your Ledger wallet, and there's this simple video you can look up on YouTube to show you how to connect your Ledger behind your Phantom wallet and not create a wallet on Phantom, but just have it pass through. And that allows you to, from your Ledger device, without using Ledger Live in the easiest way, stake your Solana directly from your Phantom wallet and approve your transactions on your Ledger itself, which gives you the lowest risk way to stake anything. And so now let's talk about returns. Let's take my Ledger down. And there's lots of different places you can talk about returns or calculate returns. Most places are inaccurate, and they only include a portion of the returns that you can possibly get. And so right here, this number includes both the staking APY and the JITO MEV. There's at least two different components to your staking rewards in Solana. One is based on just the native token and the inflation rates for staking that, and that is a lot of times what a DEX or an exchange will pay you based on. And then there's the JITO MEV rewards APY. So right now, what I was doing for 2 years with Solflare was through my Ledger. I was directly on Solflare, and I was staking and getting component number one of the staking rewards, but they took 100% of component number two, which I will show you right here. This shows Solflare. So you see 6% commission on component number one if you use them as the staker, and 100% commission on the JITO rewards. Now, that is not the best situation, so let's take this and let's sort by the true APY and see what some options are here. Now, the interesting thing here is I was staking through Solflare to Chain Node Tech, which Chain Node Tech, if you look here, is 0% commission and 0% commission on staking on JITO rewards. So you get an 8.8% as opposed to maybe a low 7% that you're getting in Solflare. So 7.52. 1.1, so it would be 6% less than 7.52 is what you would get if you were doing it through Solflare, and you don't get any of the 1.5% JITO rewards. So we'll go back to this highest ones. And so what I've done is through my direct Phantom wallet first on my laptop, and then through a Ledger with the Phantom wallet in front of it on my desktop, I have staked with a few different validators to based on their APY, and directly staked with those. And you still control the keys on your Ledger, and you stake it so it doesn't show it in your wallet anymore as you stake it. But we'll go through a few of those that I've been using. One was ChainNode. I used that for a couple years, and so ChainNode I still use for some staking. If you go down through here, this is just ranked straight based on the return. And so you can see those. because if you rank it based on their rating, so they have a rating here you can rank based on. Their rating includes a component, which is how much they have staked, and they want to create a distributed network, so they care about that. I don't really care about that. So you look down here, this is ranked 4th, but it's 8.89% return, and so I staked some here at Majestic Soul. Now, the risk here, there's risks of, slashing, there's risks of the token changing values, but you really want to gauge the risks compared to having it setting on your ledger and doing nothing with it, and determine whether that risk is worth staking. And so right now you're looking at 8.998%, and your keys are still on your ledger, you're staked, and if this validator goes out of business, and that is something that happened with one of mine, then you'll have to get that stake back, but you can get it back. You don't lose that. You just have the rewards are up. So not a lot of risk you're introducing here for Solana staking in itself. So that's one that I'm using. I'm also using Spectrum staking here. I've done about maybe 4 different ways. And then the other way I'm doing, I'll go over here and tell you, which is Marinade. Marinade is one of the top platforms for staking. Marinade and Jito are some of the top ones. And you can connect your wallet to Marinade and then do either native staking or liquid staking. Now the difference is, you look at the percentages, the difference is very small. With liquid staking, in addition, you can use your staked Solana, which you get a token back, and you can use that for other purposes, but it introduces a platform risk to the situation. And so I've just been doing native staking right now, 9.53%, so that you keep your keys. And I have some with Marinade. And once you go through and you do the staking, which you could just come here and click on, Majestic Soul, and it will take you to this screen, and you can click on stake. Once you attach your wallet to this, you can click on stake, and then you can directly decide how much you're going to stake on this. It will then be shown under My Stakes, which this is just a report of what's happening on the blockchain. And so you can put your wallet address in here, and it'll show you what you have staked at any times, and you still have the keys on your wallet at all times, just not the tokens because they're staked. So you come down here, and there's some different ones you can look at. You can determine what you want, but this also gives you Jito rewards. Now, one way you can harvest your Jito rewards, we can talk about later, but is on the Jito site. At the bottom, there's a Harvest MEV rewards where you can do based on your token code, and there's a video that you can grab on that. I can make one later. But so what I wanted to share with you today is Ledger Nano. So you have your tokens on Ledger Nano, and you watch a video and create a front-end wallet that's Phantom that connects with that. And then you can go to StakeWise, and you can pick a staker and say, I'm going to stake my Solana, and then you can see your status, and it'll pay those rewards directly to your wallet. And then you don't have a middleman. You don't have a Solflare in the middle. You don't have the exchange risks and those things. So this is the highest return. And so, without the token going up or down in value, you're looking at maybe a 9 to 10% return is what it's saying right now, and that can be compounded because that's an APY. And so you might end up with, maybe 11% return if you reinvest those tokens. So I wanted to share that with you today, so you had an idea. That's one of the things I've been working on. And so I have staked my Solana in this way, using this exact method, and I'm sharing it with you, so you can kind of walk through that process without having so many unknowns in the situation. I will talk to you later. Like and subscribe if this helps you. Bye.